Yo, Shalom, Shalom. This the brother Shamak. And I want to start off by, of course, giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, rule well, teach well, who I learned this truth from. Shalom. And I just want to get right into it. Every once in a while, I do these lessons to exhort brothers, what I'm saying, for brothers to stand in spirit no matter what you're going through. What I'm saying? Because we don't know who the elect is. What I'm saying? We all calling ourselves the hopeful elect. So, you could be going through pretty much anything, and, you still can be on the verge of becoming the elect. What I'm saying? So, we in Satan's kingdom. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So within this kingdom, we battling, the prince of the air. What I'm saying? This wicked shit going on pretty much every day. That's going to keep us away from the spirit and keep us more in the flesh. But we supposed to, stay strong in the Lord. What I'm saying? That holy rock. What I'm saying? What I'm saying? And who's the power that's supposed to be keeping us from the time of trouble and supposed to be delivering us from times of distress. What I'm saying? So we supposed to stay, what I'm saying, excited. We supposed to stay, fired up about this truth. We supposed to stay on locked in, what I'm saying, if you will. So we're going to get straight into some precepts, and Lord's willing, this is exhorting and edifying to an elect member. What I'm saying? This is the book of James chapter 1 and verse 22. It says, "But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves." So we're supposed to not only have the faith, but also the works to back up the faith. When you got this faith, what I'm saying, the evidence of things not seen, you're going to act accordingly. What I'm saying? You're going to be doing things that shoot forth your faith. What I'm saying? So we got to be doers. What I'm saying? We got to be busy in the work of Yahweh Bashim Shai. What I'm saying? What are you doing that's showing forth that you got faith? Are you reading? Are you edifying the sheep? What I'm saying? Yahweh Shai said, "Feed my sheep." Are your sheep starving? So these are things that we're supposed to be doing until the day of the Lord, the great day of Yahweh Shai, what I'm saying, is revealed, what I'm saying, and manifested on the earth. It says James chapter 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 13. "Till I come, give attendance to reading." Right. So, blessed is he that readeth, roughly paraphrasing. What I'm saying? We supposed to be able to read, but not only read, but also understand what you're reading and understand these breakdowns and understand these scriptures, man. It says, 1 Timothy 4 and 13, "Till I come, give attendance to read it," right? Because the flesh, something that a brother just told me that he heard from another brother is that the flesh don't want to sit down, man. The flesh don't want to just, chill out, what I'm saying, and just, do what it takes to stay in the spirit. When you reading, that takes a lot of chill out time. What I'm saying? You're not moving around, multitasking, doing this, trying to do that, trying to multitask 3 different things at the same time while you focusing on the scriptures. What I'm saying? You literally got to chill out, sit down, what I'm saying, and continue, like, just get right up in the scriptures, start reading the scriptures, man. What I'm saying? I know for me, one thing, when I'm reading, it takes momentum. What I'm saying? When I open the chapter, it might not be fresh on my mind. It might not be rolling in my mind. What I'm saying? As soon as I start reading, what I'm saying? I might start reading, especially if I'm around other people. What I'm saying? I might start reading, and then I'm hearing background noise, and I might not be able to focus as I want to while I'm reading. But if you keep reading, and let's say you keep reading for another 20 minutes, what I'm saying? You're going to be locked in, what I'm saying? You're going to want to read another 5 chapters, man. What I'm saying? So you really got to sit down and take your time, what I'm saying? Give attendance to reading. That takes sitting down time. It says, "Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine." Excuse me. Let's get that 1 Timothy 4 verse 13. And it says, we're going to get this word exhortation. Let's get the word attendance first.
Strong's G 4337.
Prosecho. It says to bring near. So you're supposed to bring yourself near to reading. To bring a ship to land. Right, to settle. That's what a ship do when it comes to land. It settles. It's no longer afloat. To bring a ship to land, attend to be attentive to a person or thing of caring for, providing for. Right, you gotta care for reading. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in that I don't care spirit or the scriptures ain't gonna hit you the same. You ain't gonna be focused on the scriptures. It ain't gonna be fresh in your mind. It ain't gonna be rolling in your mind. To apply oneself to, attach oneself to, hold or cleave. Right, there you go. You're supposed to hold or cleave. You know what I'm saying? Scriptures say hold fast. You know what I'm saying? Meaning stay firm. When you're reading, you're supposed to stay firm. You're supposed to be locked in because there's a lot of distractions. You could be sitting in the middle of nowhere trying to read and still be distracted. Other things on your mind. You might have bills that you need to pay or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Job, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, man, so. And not only that, but also just making sure that you managing sleep. You know what I'm saying? You might not be able to get no sleep. You got to get some sleep so that you could be able to read. And when you're reading, your mind will be, stable enough to read the scriptures, except for just falling asleep. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times that happens. I might be wide awake, but here it is. You know what I'm saying? The flesh is being so weak that as soon as I start reading scriptures, I want to take a 2-minute nap. Like, what the hell, man? You know what I'm saying? So you really gotta, you know what I'm saying, stay strong when you read the scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you do fall asleep when you read the scriptures. Get the fuck right back up and get back to reading the scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, after you reading that scriptures for the 30 minutes, you stuck in, you didn't read 7 chapters, it make you not want to stop. You know what I'm saying? It says to get to be given or addicted to. There you go. You're supposed to be addicted to the scriptures. Like I just said, it make you not want to stop, man. You know what I'm saying? Read the scriptures for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. There you go. You ready to read it for a whole hour or two. You know what I'm saying? And it says to devote thou and afford effort to. So you supposed to be devoted to it and you're supposed to put in effort. Because if you ain't putting in no effort, you know what I'm saying? That's like asking the Lord in something that's wavering. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I kind of want it. I kind of want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care if I get it or not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to be firm when it comes to the scriptures, man. It says, Matthew chapter 4, verse 4, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahweh. So you're supposed to not only live by food and water, you know what I'm saying? But you also supposed to live by every single word that's in the scriptures, man. Every chapter that's in the scripture, you're supposed to live by it. You know what I'm saying? And apply it to your life. You know what I'm saying? The KJV, the 1611, the Apocrypha, wherever you want to say, read it and apply it to your life, man. And it's going to benefit your life, man. And it's going to benefit your mind and your walk when you meditating on these scriptures, man. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 29. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. 2 Timothy 4:2. Preach the word. Be instant in season, out of season. Right? And how you going to preach the word if you ain't reading the scriptures? If the scriptures ain't, if you ain't applying the scriptures to your life. You know what I'm saying? That's part of doing the work. Rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. So that word, there go that word exhort again. And I never got a chance to get that word exhort. Exhortation. Just the word exhortation.
Strong's G 3874.
Paraklesis. It says a calling near, summons, all right, for help, imploration, supplication, entreaty, exhortation, admonition, encouragement. There you go. That's a word I was really thinking about looking for. Encouragement. We encouraging you to fear the Lord and to read these scriptures and to do what you got to do to be saved. It's for your own salvation. We all working out our own salvation. And a part of working out our own salvation is doing what we need to do to exhort the next person. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody might see that you doing you know, we all Clark Kent. You know what I'm saying? You might get a random person that knows about you. You might not even have told them about them, but they know about you, and they see what type of work you do. They see that you a scholar, because we all, you know, scholars. We all disciples of Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? We all trying to do the work and work out our own salvation. So we all scholars, and not for pay. You know what I'm saying? You know, the scripture say freely receive, freely give, freely receive, for paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we undercover scholars, and that might intrigue a person and encourage them to do the same, man. That's what we looking for. That's the type of energy that we looking for. That's what we, you know, is hopefully, you know, putting our lives on the line to do. Get other people to enter into the same labors, man. You know, because we've entered into other men's labors through encouragement. You know, so now it's time for us to do the same thing that our elder apostles and the men of them have done in order for us to come into this fold. It says consolation, it's like a consolation, comfort, solace, that which affords comfort or refreshment. Right, so right, that's what you're being done when you being exhorted, you being refreshed, you being comforted, you being quickened. You know what I'm saying? The spirit is upon you. You know what I'm saying? Right. This one says to beg, entreat, beseech, to receive consolation, be comforted. The word consolation means consolement, and solace are terms referring to psychological comfort given to someone who has suffered severe upsetting loss such as death or of a loved one. It is typically provided by expressing shared regret for that loss and highlighting the hope for positive events in the future. Right, we got the kingdom to look forward to. And ain't just, we under the curses. We always under the curses. I got to pay this bill. I got to go this court day. I got to argue with this woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's comfort at the end of the line. It's light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? So it also says to instruct or teach. So there you go, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're supposed to be doing in this walk. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that our own selves is continuing to be exhorted. You know what I'm saying? Continuing to be, you know, fired up about this truth and holding our crown. You know what I'm saying? Holding our seat that we need in order to get delivered, man. You know, but I'm gonna end it right there. Lord's willing, this is edifying and exhorting. The Wadia, how about you, shall forgive me a spiritual lesson. To next, I'm gonna say Shalom, Kwame Shala.